Let's get on. Let's start this video, man. Let's start this video. I am beyond excited that I get to make this video. And for those of you asking, Addict, why are you excited? Because I get to talk about a game that everyone in the community loves. I get to talk about something that people have been asking for the longest time. And it really felt like Microsoft just wasn't listening. What am I talking about? Killer Instinct. You know, back in the N64, they had this game. I believe it was made by Rare. And then in the Xbox generation, I don't know if they launched with it, but it was very close to a launch title. If it was not a launch title, Killer Instinct is a live service game. Now, why am I talking about this? Because this game's been dead for probably 5 years. You know, they stopped supporting it 5 years ago, and there's been a lot of rumors going around that this is something that they might be working on. But I never thought this would happen because it's gotten to the point where, you know, PlayStation bought Evo. So that is a huge, huge fighting community. And I didn't know if Microsoft would ever want to invest into a fighting community that was owned by PlayStation. Maybe that's a little bit too of a competitive standpoint because they're not going to just not let Killer Instinct be there. I was just curious if they're going to want to work with PlayStation to that degree with one of their games that they have to go off of what they say. I didn't know. I don't know these scenes. Maybe it's something that they didn't care about. Who knows? So, all these years, people like myself have been asking for this game. And keep in mind, I don't play head-to-head fighters. I did play a little bit of Killer Instinct when it first came out, but I don't play these games. The reason I made videos about them is because it's what the Xbox community want, and it's what I personally felt Microsoft and Xbox needed to do to stand out. You know, we could flip that argument on its side with PlayStation Evo. If PlayStation owns Evo and they're getting all of these big games like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken, you know, sure, does that mean they're going to get all the marketing to that? No, but I would say that because of those games relying so much on Evo, because that's such a huge fighting community event, PlayStation will have a lot of leverage when it comes to negotiating marketing deals with these companies. That's how I would see it, because it's like, yo, do you want to be everywhere on Evo? Let us market you. And I think that is one of the advantages that PlayStation would have. But I said, if Microsoft's not serious to go out there and, you know, buy one of these studios, and I know people get mad at me when I talk about Microsoft buying stuff. I've said multiple times that Microsoft needs to improve the structure they got going on now. But they have been very open wanting to buy more stuff. In the video yesterday, people came at me for that. I get it. But we're not going to really talk about buying stuff. This isn't really necessarily that. The only studio I would actually say Microsoft to buy in terms of Killer Instinct is Iron Galaxy Studio. Who is Iron Galaxy Studio, may you ask? Let's beep over here. So this is the studio that used to make Killer Instinct, but then they went like rogue kind of, and they made like that Extinct game. I'm pretty sure that game definitely wasn't received that well. So it's been years since you've seen them part of Killer Instinct because they haven't been working on the game so long. And yesterday they had I believe it was a 10-year anniversary, as you could see here. I'm not going to click on it because I don't want the audio being on here. And just to be on the safe side, let me mute this site. So as you can see, you know, there was a 10-year anniversary, and Microsoft came out and they announced something that no one expected. Well, I guess some people expected it, but a lot of people, it just gave up hope. They announced that Killer Instinct is getting a 4K patch. It's getting a variety of updates, from stuff like networking to, you know, I think they might have said balance updates as well, because I don't think the last character, the way I've been described, the last character was out a whole long time before they stopped support, so he probably needs to be nerfed as well. I don't know. But they're going to be heavily supporting Killer Instinct. And it does look like this is a future on type of thing. You know, Iron Galaxy, they're the people who made Killer Instinct, modern Killer Instinct, what it is now. Now, as you can see here, Killer Instinct, our friends at Iron Galaxy are backing together. We're bringing you Killer Instinct 10th free 10th anniversary update later this year, including a balance update, improved matchmaking, and 4K support for the Series X and S. More info coming soon. And then, you know, Iron Galaxy, they pop in bottles too, and they should be. You know, it looks like here they are hiring on the 27th. Wonder what that was for. You know, this is one of the things that I would say, you know, Microsoft, and I know you guys probably going to get mad. Go ahead. Get mad. I don't care. They should probably buy Iron Galaxy Studios and lock these people down for a Killer Instinct dev. You know, if this is one of the biggest issues they had on continuously supporting Killer Instinct, then they need to go ahead and just put a ring on it. Just first off, let's see how them working on Killer Instinct right now goes, and then we'll see later, probably in a year or two. I think this is the great first grounds to really seeing Microsoft at these events like EXO. You know, I did mention earlier, you know, PlayStation owning EXO, Microsoft needed some visibility there because there's a good chance that Microsoft won't be able to market a lot of the bigger fighters, because I do think PlayStation will most likely use the fact that they own EVO as leverage to get those marketing deals. And I'm liking that they're going the Killer Instinct route, because you already have a fighter that is loved by a lot of people. It's at EVO a lot. I think this is the first year it's been at EVO in a while, but it's been to EVO multiple times. It's got a huge presence in the fighter community. I am kind of surprised they didn't just build a studio from ex-fighting devs that come from like Mortal Kombat, Tekken, you know, Street Fighter, some of the old devs that came from Iron Galaxy when they couldn't get the studio working with them, and just rebuild a studio from the ground up, what you would say, and, you know, continue to support Killer Instinct. I'm kind of curious what this means. I feel like if this gets a lot of play and some surge, I don't know if this is going to get a huge amount of surge in players just because they updated the matchmaking. 4K might get some people to come back, and a balance update depends on how unbalanced the game is right now. If there's a bunch of people that stop playing because of balancing issues, I'm kind of curious if that's going to get like enough people to show gaining interest to give you another game. I think maybe not necessarily another game, because it is like a live of a service type of thing. I could see them bringing back Killer Instinct, giving you this free update, maybe one character, just to gauge a little bit of interest. You know, with them about to own Activision, Blizzard King, they own Bethesda, they've picked up more studios since all this happened. I feel like there's a lot of people they can bring into the game, and I would be very curious to see what they do with that. And if the interest is high enough, I could see them remaking Killer Instinct in a more up-to-date engine. I don't know what engine Killer Instinct is on. Maybe someone in the comment section, you know, tell me what Killer Instinct, the engine it's on. But I could see that getting enough interest where they're like, okay, we could keep investing into this brand. They redo it in another engine, maybe name it Killer Instinct 2, I don't know. And then new characters, continue the support they used to give to it. And I can honestly see, even if this game doesn't make money, and I know that's ultimately the goal, to make money, but even if this game breaks even every year, I feel like it's still worth investing into, because you need that fighter that only you have. Especially for a service like Game Pass that's diverse. You don't really have a whole lot of, you know, options there, because the other people's fighters can leave at any time. The moment that contract's up, they out the door. Killer Instinct, if supported correctly, can never leave, because they're owned by Microsoft. So that's why I feel like that's really important for them to actually go ahead and support this game in the long run. But anyway, put in the comment section below what you guys feel. Do you guys feel like Killer Instinct is an important icon to the brand? Do you think it's worth investing into if you were on Microsoft's side of things? I'm kind of curious to hear that. I personally feel like Killer Instinct should be a pillar of Microsoft and Xbox, and they need to go ahead and invest the money to get this brand going again. I think a lot of people on the Xbox ecosystem would love this game, especially Killer Instinct, get all the characters, don't have to buy them. I think that'll work out well. But anyway, put in the comment section below what you guys think. And I appreciate all the support I've been getting on the videos. But until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace.